Hello, and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News Channel. This is going to be a recap of the later stream. But before we do that, I'd like to remind you, if you want to join me on the stream, check out the link in my description in the pinned comments below. I am streaming on my backup channel, Good Free Photos channel, between 1 and 2 p.m. CST, and also between 10 and 11 p.m. CST, Central Standard Time, every day. And I stream at a random time on Saturdays. Also, if you want all your crypto news gathered in one channel, check out Crypto Daily Updates. That's also in the comments and the description. And that is one 10-minute video or 5-minute video each day encapsulating all the day's great crypto news. So let's get on to the recap right now. So Block 1 is actually going to start voting on EOS. They've been looking for a time to get involved in the community and actually push things their way. They're looking to get into it their way. They have about 9.8% of all EOS tokens. And since we know that not all the EOS token holders vote, they actually have a significant amount and they might have an overstretched influence. Greyscale Trading, which their Ethereum fund is actually charges like a 515% premium. Now, investors are willing to pay that premium to actually avoid regulatory stuff and to have Greyscale handle everything for them. I don't think it's very smart because you're essentially paying, like, for each share, you're essentially paying $90 for what's like $16 worth of Ethereum. So they're charging a 515% premium. I personally don't think it's a good investment because as crypto becomes more regulated, that premium has to go down because then it just won't be worth as much. As people get more comfortable with crypto, they're going to look at that and be like, why are we paying a 515% premium? And that premium has to come down because the extra added value may actually not be there. But right now, because people want to avoid regulations and trouble like that, they are willing to pay a 515% premium for Greyscale shares. And the last thing is, well, the next to last thing is we're going to talk about the unemployment. It has reached 16 million people now. And it's actually probably a lot worse because they've actually sent surveys to American families, and it's actually the number is actually higher than that. So my guess is it's probably well over 20 million people that are unemployed, and that's not really accounting the people who just gave up looking for a job. There's also reporting that looking for a new job is near impossible at this point, and state unemployment agencies are actually being overflooded by requests, and some of them can't really handle it. They're not going to be able to disperse the $600 extra per week for unemployment for some amount of time. Probably like in the next few weeks, they'll try to get it up and running. So they're actually just running short on manpower because the requests are insane. Many people have actually been furloughed because, you know, like even some people that actually worked in like not outpatient, but like clinics, some of the nurses have actually been furloughed because those clinics can't see as many patients. I know that's weird because we're running out of healthcare workers, but there are like nursing assistants that actually can't find a new job. I think they could actually find a new job at hospitals these days because hospitals want more and more healthcare workers. They might want volunteers, but I think they'd be willing to pay for some healthcare workers just about now in some of those hospitals that are actually being overrun. But a lot of people are actually being furloughed, and I think it's going to get much worse over the next 2 weeks as people start missing their paychecks, and maybe that unemployment plus the stimulus won't cover everything because that's really only an extra maybe like $2,400 a month, and some jobs pay way more than that. So I'm not really sure if you would actually be available to get that. Remember, you have to actually have held a job in unemployment you have to actually be employed to get unemployment. So unlike the stimulus, which like dual income families can actually get $2,400, if your spouse is the only one that works, you can only get a extra $600 per week. So essentially the math doesn't work out there for married families, and it might actually not be enough to actually keep them going. So maybe that will actually have an effect. And talking about that, Anthony Pompliano has actually kind of like discussed his investment strategies. You can actually look at the full video. It's on Cointelegraph's channel. But in an exclusive interview with Cointelegraph, Pompliano basically reconfirmed his bullishness on Bitcoin and revealing that he bought more of it right after the latest market crash. And he doesn't think the halving price is actually priced in. And he says, like, discussing the possible impact of the imminent Bitcoin halving on prices, Pompliano says that it is impossible for this event to be priced in, since among Bitcoin holders, there's not 100% consensus on the meaning of this event. But the thing is, like with the Litecoin halving, it was priced in, definitely. So I'm not really sure if that's true or not. Also, he said there will be new buyers before and after the halving who aren't even aware of the event. That is why he thinks that within 18 months of post-halving, we'll see another explosion. That's actually just following the 4-year cycle as well, because the 4-year cycle would state that in about 18 months, we'll see an explosion. So he actually thinks that like the end of the fiat experiment is coming, although he did not put a timeline on it. But despite that, right now he actually says people should hold tight to their cash in order to survive the crisis, and then afterwards they should actually invest in other things. So right now he acknowledges that people actually wants cash, and cash is actually still in high demand. But right now for himself, he's got three asset classes. He's got cash, he's got real estate, and then he's going to put his money into Bitcoin. So those are Pompliano's own investments: cash, real estate, and Bitcoin. And that is the recap for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe and hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.